I'm Luke Summerhaze, and I love Bronzor. Higashi Honganji, or Eastern Temple of the First Vow, is a large Buddhist temple in Kyoto, just 10 minutes north of the station. It was founded almost 1,000 years ago. It settled into the current complex 400 years ago, and the current wooden buildings are over 100 years old. Thanks to its location, it is one of the first spots tourists in Kyoto tend to visit, including, 5 years ago, little old me. The gates, halls, and moats are pretty breathtaking. Impressive water fountains shaped like lotuses and dragons are intricate and ornate. A statue of a tiger is pretty cool. And tucked into a corner is a retired historic bonsho, an enormous bell that would once have been struck to summon monks. As soon as I saw its size, shape, colour and ornamentation, I was reminded of Bronzong. And, oddly enough, that was when I decided to start this podcast. Bronzor is a steel and psychic type Pokémon. A hexagon of metal with orbs at the corners and a vague face patterned on the front, it floats mysteriously. To a British kid playing his DS in the mid-2000s, it was a completely abstract creature design, and some of the Pokédex entries reflect this mystery. Pokemon Pearl says, X-ray photos were taken to check its body structure. Nothing appeared, however. And Pokemon Legends Arceus tells us, floats using a mysterious energy. The pattern engraved upon its back is held as sacred, and can sometimes be found in imagery from ancient cemeteries and other such time-worn places. In fact, Bronzor is based on something from ancient cemeteries and time-worn places, a bronze mirror. These kind of mirrors made their way to Japan from China, and have had significance in Shinto rituals for millennia. In fact, one of the 3 regalia of the Japanese imperial throne, a set of treasures supposedly handed down by the goddess Amaterasu, and which represent the emperor's power, is a bronze mirror. The name Bronzor combines bronze and mirror, while the Japanese name is Do-mirror, Dokyo being Japanese for mirror. Pokemon Diamond tells us, implements shaped like it were discovered in ancient tombs. It is unknown if they are related. Most bronze mirrors, seen in museums today, have long since lost their shiny reflectiveness, and Pokemon Platinum tells us, there are researchers who believe this Pokemon reflected like a mirror in the distant past. In fact, many of them have turned green with oxidation, which happens to be the shiny colour for this Pokemon family. Welcome back to Does Andy Remember Gen 4 Pokemon?
And if so, does he have any thoughts about them?
Bronzor!
That sounds like a metal Pokemon that evolves into Bronzong.
You are correct.
Yep, I remember Bronzong. It's like a bucket with some gears on top. Maybe some scales, or maybe one of those old school mine carts that you push up and down.
It's a bell, mate.
Yeah, that's kind of an upside down bucket, really, when you think about it. It's got a big stick in the middle. Yeah, but I don't remember Bronzor at all. So, it's just a what's smaller than a bell? A handbell? Is it a handbell?
No, it's like one of those little mirrors.
What? Why is a mirror evolving into a bell? That doesn't make any sense.
They're both things that you have with temples on. Listen to the episode in 3 months' time.
I was going to say, it hasn't happened yet. I literally cannot have done my research.
Little look behind the curtains, fair listeners. Me and Andy recorded all of these in one go.
Until the next set, which will be in a different go.
One particular legend, brought west in the famous collection of Japanese ghost stories Kwaidan, tells of a Buddhist temple which wanted to cast a new bronze bell. To get the raw materials, they asked local women to donate their old mirrors, which they did. One woman, though, came to regret her donation, as the mirror had been in her family a long time. Because of her attachment, when it came time to smelt the metal, hers would not melt. Overcome with shame, she killed herself, freeing the mirror to melt, but cursing the bell. At level 33, This bronze mirror can also become a bell when Bronzor evolves into Bronzong. Bronzong is a large metal bell. It resembles the Bonsho bells of Buddhist temples, as I said at the start, though the arm-like metal plates along the side are more reminiscent of the much earlier form of bell called a dotaku, found in pre-Buddhist Japanese settlements. In fact, the Japanese name for the Pokemon is Dotakun. Pokemon Diamond tells us, one caused a new sensation when it was dug up at a construction site after a 2,000-year sleep. The English name, though, just combines bronze with the dong sound of a bell. Pokemon Pearl tells us, it can summon rain clouds. People long ago revered it as the bringer of plentiful harvests. And Pokemon Platinum says, it brought rains by opening portals to another world. It was revered as a bringer of plentiful harvests. And Heart Gold and Soul Silver tell us, ancient people believed that petitioning Bronzong for rain was the way to make crops grow. Bronzong is obviously not a water type, nor even capable of learning Rain Dance, yet the Pokédex is preoccupied with rain. Although all the details are not quite known, archaeologists are mostly in agreement that real-life Dotaku bells were used in agricultural rituals, so this is why Bronzong was asked to make it rain. As a steel type, it's not impossible it will learn the move Make It Rain, currently unique to Goldengo, in future generations. The old myth from Quaidan did say that whoever broke the bell would be granted riches by the ghost of the regretful woman. So stealing a move from a ghost that makes money, well, it would make sense. It's hardly a secret that I love Japanese history, mythology, and architecture. A lot of that comes from a childhood of consuming Pokemon and other Nintendo games. So getting to Kyoto and seeing this bell made Bronzong, oddly enough, one of my favourite Pokemon. Music for Luke Loves Pokémon is by Jonathan Cromie. Artwork for the show is by Katie Groves. Writing, producing, and editing is all by me, Luke Summerhays. And funding is provided by lovely listeners at patreon.com/podcastio-podcastius. I love it when you guys get in touch. Hit me up on Twitter or Facebook at Luke Loves PKMN and let me know your thoughts about our next monsters, Chatot and Spiritomb, or share your love for any Pokemon. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are with us, so on Sundays we have bonus episodes about the Pokemon of the Paldea region. Also, join me Friday and Saturday nights from 8 PM UK time at twitch.tv/LukeLovesPKMN for my streams. Even if you don't feel like doing any of that, thank you so much just for listening. I love Bronzor, and remember, I love you too.